Hello there, everyone, and in today's video, we will be reviewing LEGO set number 40580, Blacktron Cruiser. The first minifigure of the set is this Blacktron astronaut guy. This is a remake of the figure from the late 80s. As you can see, he's got plain black legs, arms, helmet, and the cool black visor with just a regular LEGO smiley face underneath. Black air tanks, this really nice white printing on the front, which perfectly replicates the original. And what's different from the original is back printing, which I'm like 99% sure the original did not have. So this is a really cool addition, and I believe it fits well, and it's not like out of... I just dropped the head on the floor, and it's not out of place or anything. So this is a very good figure. Now, let's look at the next one. The second and final figure is this really cool little robot guy. The original one used a piece that's long discontinued that made him kind of like bending over like that. But they just used that piece that I think is from Overwatch to get, the same type of thing on this. And of course, he's got this brick for his head, translucent red 1x1 on his back, and these classic arms for, well, his arms. So this is a very good little, not replica, but remake of the original figure, which I have also just dropped on the floor. Now let's look at the main build of the set. So this is it, the Blacktron Cruiser. This thing is really, really nice. It's a remake of a set from 1987, I believe, for anyone that doesn't know. I don't own the original. I've seen it in person, and this thing is really cool. It's got a similar feature to the original, which I'll talk about when we get to that, but just going front to back, on this front section, we have some like laser beam things here, this cool sticker, which, just like the Blacktron logo, is basically just an upside down Triforce from Zelda. We've got these wing things that can flip out, which is really neat. This windshield piece that I think is from the biggest of the Lightyear sets, which you can open up, and there's a neat little sticker for a computer in there with a translucent yellow 1x2. I don't think that's an illegal building technique, so that's neat. And then you've got a metal detector in there, which is very cool. Something else I feel like I should mention is I think the original version of this set was called the Blacktron Invader, but this one is the Blacktron Cruiser. Not really super important information, but I feel like it's neat to know. We have some translucent red here, as well as that nice yellow stripe. This arrow sticker up here. From the middle section, we have some yellow stripes on each side. Of course, more upside-down Triforces. These things up here, including this cool kind of like bazooka piece that I didn't know was still in production. I thought this was discontinued a while ago. I think these are what you need to destroy silver Lego objects in the Lego Indiana Jones game. And then you can open up this section here, open up these flaps, and it's kind of hard to see, a wrench, a hammer, and then this really neat little box, if I can get it out of here. There we go. That has the Blacktron logo, plus if you open it up, there's okay. The other one fell out, but there's supposed to be two of these little ingot pieces, or whatever they're called, that go in the box. So that's really neat. And then if we put the box back in and take our little robot fella, we can push his arms down. Oopsie, let me okay. And then you can't, there's a sticker in there that kind of vaguely looks like a waffle, but it's meant to be a control panel, and there's a red stud there, and you can put the robot in there and close it up, which is really neat. And then on the back section, we have these really awesome kind of solar panel looking things. The original ones used one of these pieces in translucent red, which I don't think they make anymore, but that would be really cool. And these ones instead just use translucent red 1x2s, but they look really nice. You can position them in different ways because they're on hinges. You've got another red stripe here and that booster, and another Triforce. But what's really cool about this set that the original also has is it's all modular. Sorry if the camera shook there. You got these cool pieces and some clips, and we can take these sections apart, and now in the original, I believe it was just these 3 sections, and you can make a smaller ship like this, which is really cool. Oh, and flip the wings out, and that looks really cool. Or you can take this section off, and the original didn't have this as far as I know. You can take off this wing and extra booster piece, which is a bit difficult to get off, and then just put that and that. Now you have an even smaller ship, which I think is really cool. I like when things are modular, so this is very cool. One more thing I feel I should mention about the set is this one is way bigger than the original. Like I said, I've seen the original built in person, and the original is a more similar size to this. And obviously, the full set, fully built, is quite a bit longer than that. One more thing to mention, we got some of this piece from Monkey Kid here on the laser beam pieces. I really hope they make that in pearl silver for Darth Maul's lightsaber, but that has nothing to do with this set. I just figured I should mention it. Now, let's look at the box and manual. So the box is just one of the simple thin rectangle boxes. We've got the actual size thing up here, but as you've probably noticed, what's really cool is we've got this classic space style box design with the yellow diagonal strip, and this really cool like checkerboard background. I really like this. It's an 18+ set. Don't know why, probably because it's for collectors. You've got a really nice piece count for going in a box this small, and you even got this, which harkens back to sets from the time. Look at the back. We got just showing the kind of diameter of the ship, I guess. Shows the minifigure in the ship, different parts of the ship and configurations. It's really neat. Yellow on the side, not really much interesting on the bottom. I really like that they even have the blue text. This thing is just really neat. It would have been really cool if they put the piece count down here, because I know a lot of old school sets, because I have a few that have original boxes, have the piece count displayed in quite tiny text on the bottom here, but I have a feeling there's probably legal reasons why they can't do that. And really, I don't mind that anyway. Just having the yellow diagonal strip and border and the checkerboards just really sells this feeling of nostalgia, so to speak. But now, let's look at the manual. The manual, I've seen some people complain about the manual. I am not going to. I think it looks neat. Sure, it's probably, oh, let's save ink. But you got the upside down Triforce on the back, which is pretty neat. Well, what I find comical is on the first page of the book, we have this whole thing about we're making our packaging more sustainable. We're transitioning from single-use plastic to paper-based packaging. As we progress, you may find a mix of paper and plastic in our boxes, which I have no problem with. I think it's good that they're trying to make the sets more good to the environment. But when I opened up this set, usually you would get 2 or 3 larger bags with 1 or 2 small bags inside that. I got 2 or 3 large bags and then 6 other medium to small bags, all plastic. That feels a bit counterintuitive, but whatever. Another thing to note is that the manuals use this really nice kind of gray color on the inside, and of course pink outlines on some of the pieces, which I think offers a really nice contrast. And then if we go to the back, we just got all the pieces, and it shows some features of the set. So now, let's give this set its number rating and finish up the review. Overall, I really, really adore this set. I think it deserves an 8 out of 10. I'm just going to say that right out the gate. I know that I do have to address the elephant in the room, which is this is a gift with purchase, and you have to spend $150 to get it, but not just $150 in general. It has to be on non-licensed themes like Ninjago or City. And I wasn't paying that much, so I just bought this thing on January 3rd by itself for 50 bucks. I bought something else cool that day, but we'll get to that when we get to it. That is a very steep gift with purchase. I think it's a bit ridiculous. They should just let you buy this. But I bought it secondhand 2 days after it came out for only a little bit more than I think it should be if they released it by itself. And I don't care. This thing is an awesome set. It's a faithful remake that doesn't change too much and make it completely different, but changes enough to make it a really good set when judged by modern standards. And that's why I give it an 8 out of 10. If you don't want to spend the $150, just go on the aftermarket and buy it. Because if you don't want to spend $150 to get this thing, don't. I didn't, and I'm not upset about it in the slightest. So, overall, again, I like this set. I went ahead and put the minifigure in the ship. If you're a fan of classic space, get this. If you want to spend the $150 to get it, okay, that's good, that's great. But if not, just buy it on the aftermarket. If you don't want to spend $150, don't. That's big money. But that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. That's all I have to say for now. Goodbye.